What's up, guys? Linux Fan Man here. Just dropping a quick video for the night. This is an old video I did back in, I think, 2012 or something like that. It's about the Atarimax flash cartridge for the 8-bit line of computers. Um, Now, everything that's in this video is still there. Atarimax is still there. He's still in business. Go to atarimax.com. You can order everything you see on here. I kind of show you how to program the flash cart with the programmer. The only thing I don't show is, well, maybe I do. Or I don't think I did in the video actually. Show you got to plug it with the USB cord into the computer, into the side of the programmer. Um, but other than that, I show you pretty much everything else. So take a look at this and please like and subscribe and comment down below, guys. Peace out.
Alright guys, time to review the first flash cart that I recently purchased, and that's going to be this Atarimax 8-bit flash cart for the Atari 8-bit line of computers. This cartridge is supposed to work with all the 8-bit computers from the first 400 all the way up to the XE series. Now, I only have the modded 600 XL, so I can attest that it does work with the 600 or the XL line of computers, and I'm pretty sure that it's going to work with all the other 8-bit Atari computers as well. Now, right off, you can notice a difference between this flash cart, right, and say the EverDrive here. Big difference. This one has an SD card slot, as well as like Atarimax's ColecoVision cart as well has a SD card slot for it. The other thing that you need to get is this. This is the Atarimax programmer as well. As you can see, it has this nice little thing right here that these two actually connect to each other like this.
So the first thing you guys are going to notice when I open this up here is there's not a lot you can do until you actually hit File and select New or select Open. New actually creates a new workbook. Open opens up an existing workbook that you have. So for the sake of this video, we're just going to go ahead and create a new one. And adding your games into the Flash Cartridge Studio here is not really too hard. You just kind of drag and drop them in here, just like that. Now there's another way you can do it by right-clicking and knowing what kind of file you have. This one I know is an executable file, so I'm going to go ahead and click that. And we're going to go ahead and add that and say OK. Now for this hero file, I put this on here specifically because I know that this is not going to work. And I was going to show you this. Down here it gives you some warnings and stuff about it's a 16K ROM, it's been converted over, 16K ROMs might not work properly, blah blah blah. I know for a fact that this game is not going to work, and I'm going to show you guys that. You know, there's so many things you can do in here to get games to work. You can change address locations and the memory, all this stuff. There's so many little options you can choose, and you'll have to play around with these to actually get some of these games to work properly. Now I'm not going to go into that with you guys, simply because I could spend 30 minutes in a video trying to show you how to get your games to work in here. It's just something that you're going to have to do with trial and error. And they have the Atarimax forums that you can go to as well. Alright guys, and the forums are actually right here off the home page. You can go to the atarimax.com homepage and click right here, and this is where it'll take you to the actual discussions. And here's the flashcard discussion. You can just go in here and ask questions about flashcards if you're having any problems. Steve or anybody else on here will gladly take a look at your workbooks and see what might be going on and try to fix any issues that's wrong with you. You also have this area right here where you can download the workbooks. So right off the bat you can just download these and create flashcards. If you really don't want to get into trying to create your own, you can actually, that's an option for you as well. Then in here they have the flashcard images that you can download as well if you want, for like emulators or other things you can use them for too. So definitely some really cool stuff in here, and the forums basically cover every product that they have as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to this. So the next thing we're going to want to cover is the menu itself. Now you can actually change the color of like the headers and the footers and the background as well. So you can make it any color you want. You can change the header text to say whatever you want. And the footer text to say whatever you want, as you can see. So I think that's pretty cool. You know, you can kind of customize your menu. I like that. And on top of that, you can change the font. So you can pick whatever font you want, and it'll apply it. So some really cool stuff there. So let me go ahead and grab the Flashcart, and I'll show you how everything goes together with the programmer, and we'll get to programming one of these things.
Alright guys, like I said, when you actually go to program this cart, what you're going to do is put it label side up, both of them with the labels up like this, put them together, and just take a type A USB cord, plug it straight in here, and there you go. And it lights up and it's ready to be programmed. So let me go ahead and do that.
Okay guys, now as soon as I attach the USB cable to the programmer and the cartridge that's attached to it, you'll see that it'll say it's connected. And there you go, it says USB driver version, blah blah blah, and all that. So you know it's connected, everything's good to go. So pretty much all we need to do now is go ahead and click on synchronize. Now it erases whatever's on the cart now, and that's what my cart, my actual flash cart I made. It's all backed up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And you'll see the percentage of how much it's programmed. Now in here, if you ever see any errors or anything, then you know something's wrong. And so it went ahead and programmed just those 3 games on there, so it didn't take very much time. Now when you actually fill up the 8 megabit cart, it actually takes a good 4 minutes, maybe 5, to actually program the cart. So, you know, when you only got 3 games in there, it goes pretty damn quick. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and save the the workbook. So let me go ahead and do that. We'll save that as YouTube, and just save it to the desktop for now. And that actually backs up the Flashcart. So if you close this and then reopen it, you can go to File, Open, pick your Flashcart Studio thing, and there it is. Or another thing you can do is just go ahead and click on the icon of your workbook, and it'll open up the Max Flash Studio and have your workbook in there as well. So some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the programmer, and we'll pop this cartridge in and see how it works on the real Atari.
Alright guys, so let's go ahead and pop this cartridge in we just made and see what happens. And as you can see, there it is. Our header is actually that gold color, our footers are a different color. This is actually like a purple color. We have our 3 games we dumped on there. So let's go ahead and see if they work. We'll try Pitfall first. Or Pitfall 2 I should say. And it works just fine. Comes up right away, no problems, good to go. All we have to do is hit start on the Atari, and we're off and playing. And now let's go to Hero. I want to show you what happens with Hero now. The notorious black screen of death. You get absolutely nothing past this point. You can press start, or anything you want to do. You just basically have to either reset it or do a complete reboot to get back to the menu system here. So let me go ahead and do that. And that's what I was talking about, guys. I mean, some of these games you really have to work with, and just start playing with those settings to get everything to work right. So let's try this pit stop game. It's a black screen. No, it's not. Actually, pit stop's a pretty fun game. Go ahead and it works just fine too, no problem. So as you can see, some games you can just straight up dump. It just depends on if you get a good ROM or if you get a bad ROM, and a whole bunch of other things here and there that you'll have to look out for. But all in all, I mean, it's a pretty cool flashcard. I like it. People are, you know, some people are just going to have a hard time actually trying to get games to work on here, especially if you're used to like the EverDrive or other flash carts like the Harmony cart or whatever else, you know, that basically you just dump your ROMs on and you're good to go. So we'll take a look at another one, like Hero. Hero's the one that you guys saw that didn't work on the flash cart we made earlier, but it loads just fine on here. And it's actually the same exact image. And I did a little bit of playing around with it to get it to work. It turned out to be the interrupts that I had to, what was it, turn off or turn on or something like that. And I got it to work. So, like I said, you just got to mess around with all the settings. So, there's Hero.